What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Cashed Out, and today we're going to be talking about something that I've honestly gotten a lot of questions from you guys in the comment sections about, and that's what lens should you buy for your videos. I've gotten a lot of messages from you guys. Some of you are doing cooking channels, some of you are doing art channels, some of you are doing tech channels. It's really cool seeing the variations of channels that you guys have and just the different talents that everyone has. But the same question keeps coming up, and that's what lens should you buy for video? So I wanted to make this video just as a guide, a little bit of, let's just say, giving you some thought process on what to think about and consider when you're choosing the lens for your video. So we're gonna dive into it, just a couple quick points, and hopefully this will be able to help you out a lot. Now, the first thing to consider when you're choosing the best lens for your videos is to think about what kind of videos do you shoot the most. Now, taking this time to kind of slow down, to speed up, will really help you in the long run with your search, because when you focus on the kind of videos that you shoot like 90% of the time, you're gonna be able to narrow down your lens search to something that's a lot more manageable and less stressful. So for example, for myself, I typically shoot a lot of macro shots, so a lot of close-up shots of the tech that I'm reviewing, and then I'll do a little bit of stuff like this, which is just kind of talking head pieces. So for me, my main lens, the one that I use 90% of the time, is the Canon RF 35mm macro lens. And that lens is fantastic because it does the job when it comes to getting uptight and close with the gear that I'm reviewing, but it's also awesome when it comes to doing these kind of talking head pieces, where it can provide a lot of good bokeh, a lot of good background blur to give the look that I like, and it's able to accomplish those things for me. So that helps me out. So if you're doing like a lot of cooking stuff, or you're doing a lot of tech review stuff, or just stuff that you need a lot of fine details highlighted in your video, then you might want to look into a macro lens. That might be something that's really good and useful for you. But if you're doing something like a vlog, or you're doing like a travel channel where you're showcasing a lot of adventure, you're showcasing yourself in different locations and things like that, and you want to capture the scenery, then maybe an 18 to 24mm lens might be a better fit for you than a 35mm macro. So just kind of think about the type of videos that you shoot the majority of the times, and focus on lenses that will be able to get the job done for that first. So that's the first tip I'd give you. Make sure that you think first, slow down and think first about the kind of videos that you're shooting the majority of the time, and look for lenses that will do that really well. Now, the second tip that I'll give you is to look for a multi-purpose lens. Now, what I mean by that is that look for a lens that can accomplish what you need it to accomplish well. So if you're shooting up close, tight macro shots, look for a macro lens that can do that really well. But also, as you're looking for that, look for a lens that can also do what you do second best as well, right? So if you do a lot of macro and you also do talking head pieces, look for a lens that can do macro and can also do a good job with talking head pieces, kind of like this 35mm can. But if you're doing like travels and things like that, look for a lens that can do the wide shots, but maybe can zoom in a little bit tighter when you want to do kind of some talking to the camera scene. So look for a lens that can accomplish two things at once, and it isn't just like a niche lens, isn't just like a utility lens. Like there's a time and place for that, but if you're looking for something that can be useful and is a smart buy when it comes to the lens for your videos, you want to try and find something that can accomplish two goals at one time, if at all possible, because what that'll do is that it'll save you a lot of time when it comes to shooting. You won't have to switch out a bunch of lenses all the time. I mean, this 35 basically lives on my camera body. I don't have to take it out that much, but what it'll also do is actually save you when it comes to money as well, which kind of leads into my third point, which is to shop smart, right? You want to shop smart. You want to look for lenses that are going to be able to save you time and save you money. Now, lenses are not the cheapest things in the world. They're awesome to have. They make your video, they make all your content look awesome, but they're a bit pricey, right? Typically, lenses can run anywhere from a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 depending on what you get. So you want to make sure that you shop smart when it comes to those lenses. So what I would recommend is to use those first two tips that I gave you and figure out what you shoot the most, and then also figure out what you shoot the second most, right? And then look for a lens that can do both of those things pretty well, and do some shopping around. Don't feel like you need to buy a brand new lens. You can also buy used lenses. You can buy some discounted lenses. A lot of lenses are well taken care of because people tend to maintain those a lot better than they would their camera bodies. So you can get some really good lenses used. I'll actually put links in the descriptions to some of the places that I love to get my lenses from, and feel free to use those as resources to be able to check them out and get an idea of what'll work best for you. So be sure to shop around. Don't just buy the first one that you see, because prices with lenses can vary, and there's a lot of different places that you can get them for cheaper than you thing. I know for me, I actually kind of fell into that trap of buying more lens than I needed. I actually spent a lot of money on a lens that I really shouldn't have spent. I actually made a video about that, but don't fall into that trap, right? Once you figure out what you shoot the most and some of the things that you do a lot, find a lens that fits you and fits your style well, and then find a lens that doesn't break the bank. Kind of stick to your budget when it comes to shopping around for those things. So those are the tips that I would give you when it comes to looking for a lens for your videos. Just figure out what you shoot well, find a lens that can do those things well, and then shop around and get a feel for a good budget lens that will not break the bank for you. So hopefully those tips helped you out. If you did, be sure to like this video. And if you are in that mode, if you are shopping for a lens, I'm sure most of you, if you're watching this video, you are in that season where you're looking for a new lens. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what kind of channel you have or what kind of videos you're shooting and what lens you do end up buying. I'd be curious to kind of hear what kind of style that you guys are going for in terms of the channels that you have. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a blast. I'm glad I was able to make this for you. I'd like to welcome everybody that's new to the channel. We've had a lot of awesome growth over the past year and super thankful, excited to have you guys here. But be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time right here on Cashed Out. Take it easy. It's kind of tongue-tied there. Subscribe. Wow, that was kind of hard.